I'm Emma Hewlett from Kilmackie Gardens. I'm the chairperson of the Wexford Garden Trail, and I'm going to be interviewing the members of the Garden Trail to find out a little bit about their businesses and their gardens, their garden centres and their parks. It's really lovely to be sitting here with Olga Williamson of the Beechdale Garden Centre. Tell us a little bit about how at Beechdale, Olga, the whole idea began.
Thank you very much, Emma. Beechdale Garden Centre began, Keith Rothwell ran the Garden Centre in August 1990 on his home site in just outside Enniscorthy. He bought in £2,000 worth of plants from Sunhill Nurseries just outside Kilkenny. After that, so many years, he had a couple of horticultures that went through Kildalton. Two lads came to work for him for a few years. In 1997, myself and another lady called Frances came. I was a horticulturist, she was botanist.
Oh, fantastic. And sort of rolling forwards now to present day, tell us a little bit about once you walk in your doors, because you have a very large area when you walk in where you have what I call garden accessories, which is anything from tools to for you to garden with, to things that are anything associated with a garden. So tell us a little bit about that.
Well, I suppose everyone would expect us to have, we've a large range of compost, from peat-free compost to topsoil. And you think it's funny us selling topsoil and farmyard manure, but people can't get them that easy now. So it's easy to buy them in the bag, especially if you want plantings that'll come back year after year, shrubs. Then followed along with different sundries, we'd have different fertilisers, lawn fertilisers. We'd have a good selection of tools. We got into barbecues a good few years ago. We extended shop in 2008. We have a lot of garden furniture. We've something for kids, little toys and books, which we find is a really good seller, small little section. We have bird care that we've always been doing for years. We find sells really well. It's a very profitable area. Then houseplants in the shop, small range of houseplants. We have small gift ideas, pick-up items, gift ideas, especially if people are picking up a little gift to go somewhere. And just general other accessories in the shop that's going really well, you know.
Absolutely. And once you've entered that area and you walk straight through to your plant section, you have done a lot of extending that area, haven't you? So your indoor space for your pots and for your plants is quite extensive before you step outside at all.
Yeah, it is. We opened up a big 4 tunnels. We extended 4 tunnels in 2020 after the first lockdown in COVID. And people asked us, why did we do that? We wanted to have our pots inside. There's more covered area. We have a lot of wet days in Ireland, as you know. And although it's a sunny southeast, we still get the rain. In our covered area, we have a lot of plastic pots, ceramic pots. It's made a huge difference to us with that extension, to step forward, to move forward, really. A lot of garden furniture in the area. We bring good few plants in the winter when we wouldn't have the garden furniture out. Plus we have a covered area for our bedding that people like to see colour. And I think the lifestyle of people now, everybody has patios. It's not like years ago. They want a bit of colour outside. They have events coming up like communions, confirmations. They'll have the barbecue outside their back door.
And as well as a great range, as you say, at this time of year, you have such experienced and knowledgeable horticulturists working within the garden centre with you, which makes such a difference, doesn't it? Because you have a range of customers who come to you. Some of them are clearly looking for a quick fix with some bedding plants, and others are really wanting to either extend their gardens or add to their gardens, or perhaps extend their rose collection. And that's important, isn't it, that knowledge?
Oh, it is. It is really important. And I think that's what makes us stand out from some other garden centres, you know, especially DIY stores that sell plants. People come to Beechdale for the large range of plants that we have. Knowledgeable staff. We've probably about 5 or 6 people with over 25 years experience each, which is maybe we're just an aging population, but it is good. It is good. We've retained the staff really well. People, they're very loyal and get on well together. But it does make a difference, because I've even had a few people over the last week or two, oh, you did something in my garden years ago. I want to add on another patch. You gave me good help. That's what it's all about, trying to get people interested. And if they can manage it, they'll add on another section to the garden when they have, can afford it.
Yes, absolutely. The Wildflower Cafe was a great addition, and I know that it has moved from one part of the garden centre to another, and now has quite a large space, and that really has added enormously to the whole experience, hasn't it? Because it's become more of part of a day out, and I'm sure that you find those who they complement each other.
Oh, definitely. They definitely complement each other. It's a huge help to them. I suppose we were an established business when they came in 2013. They grew along with us. People expect that now, especially the size we are. They're looking for a cup of coffee, toilets, coffee, nice lunch out. Some are easy. We find a lot of the towns, whether it's in Escorty, Wexford, New Ross, it's hard to get parking, especially with an elderly person or kids. So it's a lovely meeting up place in Beechdale that they can meet up, even if it's for a coffee or for lunch. It's really easy.
A really nice environment, isn't it, for them to be meeting in, and that really brings me on to the next topic. The environment and helping the environment is important to you at Beechdale, isn't it?
Oh, it is. Few things that we've done. We've put up solar panels on our roofs. We started off with our store shed. We extended all to the roof on our shop. At the moment, it's covering the cost of the electricity at the moment. I know the weather has been good, which has been great. Also, a big thing that I think has helped us as well in Beechdale, we've harvested water off our tunnels, 4 big large tunnels. It's nearly like a swimming pool of a reservoir we have. It's we couldn't be without it now, harvesting about it, because we go out early in the morning. We could have 4 hoses on, inch hoses on, watering plants, in the dry time of the year, especially from spring, early summer. So it's made a huge difference, and rainwater is brilliant for plants.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
Absolutely. Coming back to the staff, actually, what I love is when you walk into Beechdale, as you say, you have staff who've been with you quite a while. Actually, how many staff do you have now at Beechdale?
At Beechdale, we have 14 staff working for us in Beechdale. The Wildflower have 22 people between part-time and full-time staff. So that's great. And we would have ourselves now with the 14, we'd have 5 seasonal staff as well throughout the summer, students. Usually if we get them in transition year or 5th year, or we would try and keep them they would come back to us for a few years, which is great. They know the routine then and
a lovely place for them to work. I mean, being amongst plants is just such a lovely environment. The source where you buy your plants, is it Irish growers?
Yeah, we've about 28 Irish growers. I remember looking the other day just before I came down to talk to you, and I was kind of surprised. I said, God, we couldn't have that many. I know friends of mine working other garden centres said, oh, less suppliers is better. But we've built up a great relationship with our suppliers over the years, meeting them at trade shows and different things. I've become very good friends. Maybe we've just have common interest with each other, so we can pick up the phone if there's something wrong or an idea or different things or something that we, can share information as well. So building up with your rapport with your suppliers has been brilliant.
Yeah, and I mean it stands to you that you've been able to continue to mainly buy from Irish suppliers, which is so good, and I think that that whole sort of theme of continuing to support the Irish suppliers, and then that sort of growing into providing such a friendly environment for people to come and buy their plants. We're very lucky, really, in County Wexford to have you, along with the other garden centres that are in the garden trail. And I know that the Wexford Garden Trail, Beechdale has been a member of the garden trail from the inception. And it's really important to us that we have both the garden centres and the publicly owned parks and gardens and the private gardens, all part of the same trail, all working together, promoting each other, but really providing a great environment of gardens in County Wexford. And Olga, it's been an absolute joy to have you sitting here chatting with me this morning. And we wish you the very, very best of luck for the season. And thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Emma.